Alright guys, so today on the Vic, we're going to we got to cut the front frame rail off so I can get to the bolts on my box. I don't know, I might just try trimming it just a little bit, and then we got to take out, I'm going to cut off all of my angle, and then I got to take my box shifter battery box out. Then I'm gonna cut window bars out, use these ones as my rears on my next car. And then I'm just gonna run one single one up front. So I'm just gonna cut this one out for my front bar. And I'm just gonna go take it straight down to the dash bar. Then I got my kicker material right here. But I'll throw you guys on a time lapse and let you guys watch me do this. This is one of my least favorite parts about building is taking stuff out of pre-runs. Because everything's smushed around and bolts are usually bent, so you usually have to cut them. So we got our handy torch over here to help us with that. So I'll throw you guys on a time lapse. All right guys, so we got the Vic back in the shop. So today we're gonna tuck the trunk, put the all thread in, do bumper strap, rear window bars, bolt the halo down, bolt everything inside. The only thing I don't have out of my other car is the transmission cooler, but we will get that out. But we're gonna mount shifter. The seat might have to wait till last, but we're gonna wait for pedals and the seat. I'm hoping I can go pick the seat up tomorrow. But we're gonna mount battery box, trans cooler, pedals, and gas tank and transmission auxiliary cooler. The front window bar, here in just a second, we're gonna do kickers. So I gotta cut out the firewall for the engine, and then, so we're gonna do kickers, and then we're gonna do the mounting plate, put the different steering on, and then put the engine and transmission together. Try to get the engine and trans in it today. So should be a very productive day. We should be able to pretty much get everything besides welding the door shut done, I hope. I want to at least get everything done so I can put the clip on it today. But yeah, I don't know what you guys feel about these door pillar wraps or whatever, but actually really doesn't make any difference look wise, really, because I'm just gonna lay some strap right here and call it a day. But so yeah, I'll put you guys on a time lapse. I'm gonna try to add some music to the time lapse so they aren't boring. But follow along and let's build this thing. All right guys, so got the steering on, tie rods on, the new box. This one's a 4-bolt box. I need to take my old steering shaft off to make room for the ski. We got the kickers in. They are a little bit more angled than I wanted, but next year I am going to drop my cage about 6 inches lower so we can get a better angle that's not so straight up and down. But yeah, so we're going to move on to the trunk now. We're going to do all thread first, and then weld the all thread on the side of the frame. We're gonna go right behind that, I don't know what that is, silicone stuff. We're gonna go right behind that and cut a little hole in it. And then run the all thread up. All thread will come out right here-ish. I don't know, it'll come out somewhere right there. But, so we'll do that, and then I'll take you guys outside, show you how I fold the trunk lid. And then we'll fold the trunk lid in and weld the seams and then dent the sides in. So yeah, and then we'll run our bumper strap and our window bars in the rear. And then we'll hop in front, do the front window bar. And then after that, I'll have to look at my list. But after that, we'll probably work on getting the stuff drilled and bolted inside and make a mount for the auxiliary transcooler. But cool. Yeah, we're gonna keep moving along with this. I just wanted to show you guys real quick before I let it off. So I use this is like a 14,000 pound forklift, I believe. And I run a come along down underneath, hook it to it, and to pull the frame down when I put kickers in. So I put the kickers under pressure. In VIX, I do not put pressure on my motor. I don't feel like there's any need for it. And I got it on jack stands, tires are off the ground. So I pulled it down about 1/2 inch, roughly. It probably put it like a couple thousand pounds on it. But let me know what you guys think about how I do the kickers. I don't know if that's the correct way. Last year I put my Mini X on the bumper and it on jack stands, and I pressed down on it till the ass of the car came off the ground, and it held up really good. But yeah, we're gonna keep moving along with this and do the trunk, so follow along. All right, so we got the all thread in. The time-lapse video, I don't know what happened to it, but the time-lapse didn't work. But we're gonna go outside and I'm gonna show you guys how I tuck the trunks. So on this car, we're gonna go 18 from here and then 19 down, and then whatever's left will go underneath. So let's go mark this thing out. All right, guys, give you a little view of how the trunk is right now. I'm gonna tack weld some of this. I'll actually probably end up just strapping this piece and the other side. But we're going to blow some holes. We blow them. It'll be about right here. And then we're gonna suck these quarter panels all the way tight to the trunk lid. So I'll put you guys on a time lapse and let you guys watch me do it. But so we ended up doing 17 inches, and then it ended up being 20 exactly from the top seam down, and that's exactly where the other bend was. So I only had to bend this trunk lid once. Now I cut out my little inspection holes, and then I ended up cutting this and just folding it down. I don't think there's really any rule about it. I could be wrong. If not, it's not that big a deal, and I can pull it back up, I think. But I know it says you can cut any sheet metal, you just can't weld it back, so we're not gonna weld it. And after the heat, when this is all up, that's all gonna be up in here anyways. So, but yeah, we're gonna do it a little different on this one. We're gonna do the pulling sideways. They're these little pieces that we made. They're a T, so we're gonna set this one in like this, because I want there to be a rib there, and whatever that thing ends up doing. I at least want up there to be nice and strong, because this car I'm not going to fold the sides up on. I don't think there really is. Oh, there is room, but we're just gonna leave it. It's got a big enough wheel well. I'll throw you guys on a time lapse and let you watch me do it. All right, guys, so we got kickers in, steering in, window bar in the front. I'm just running a single one. And then we got this is as done as the trunk's gonna get, besides some strap tomorrow. But unless I have time to finish welding there, with waiting on those parts, it burned up a lot of time. So I just don't have the time to make it exactly how I want it, but I don't use trunks anyways, so. But we got rear window bars in, trunk's pretty much done. I'm gonna bang down this little corner because it sits a little higher, but yeah, so we're going to pull this car out and get my motor back there and put the tranny in it and get that stuff done. I do have to build some 6x6 landing pads. I'm gonna build them, and I'm gonna put them right where my finger goes. And I think it'll help out the spring pocket a little bit. That side's gonna be different. I think I'm just gonna put just a plate on the front or something, and then heat it up and bend it over, but I'm not sure on that side yet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know the trunk's not perfect. If I have time Wednesday before it gets painted, then I'll finish strapping it. But I'm just concerned with getting the majority of the car done and then go back through if I have time and do the little things like that little bit of strap. I'll end up doing 6 on, 6 off on the back door, and then strap these two, and then probably 6 on, 6 off on the bottoms, except for the driver's door. And then I'll probably find a piece of metal to weld out on the driver's door, because that part didn't work out either. So I'm gonna move this car out. Once I get these plates done, I'll show you guys the plates when I'm setting the motor in, and I'll show you guys when I'm bolting the motor up. All right, guys, so we got the engine plate mounting plates welded, and I already went over everything else. We got kickers in, window bars in. Got the trunk just about as far as it's gonna get, unless I have time, besides the strap that I'd do tomorrow. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know I could do a lot more with the trunk, but I really don't. I don't have any use for them. I'm a front ender. I don't use the trunk. Trunk's for somebody to just push me or whatever if they catch me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and have a good night.